Hello and welcome to a special mini vlog post about something a little bit special to me, as in this camera, which is a family heirloom, belonged to my father. He passed away in February this year, that's February 2020. It's now the beginning of November and I recently acquired this from my mother, who no longer needs or wants it. It's, as you can see, in its brown leather case, dates from around the mid 1950s or late 1950s probably. It's got made in Germany written on the bottom of it, and it's what it is. You open it up, it's just a simple straightforward 35mm camera. There is no rangefinder, there is no focusing meter, it just is what it is. So without further ado, I'll just get it out of its case, which you don't see these days, do you? You don't see things as well made as this. So there it is, one leather case, still in immaculate condition. Well, pretty well immaculate. Actually has a metal lining inside there, or some reinforced lining. So here it is. It's all metal, perhaps a little bit slight corrosion on the bottom. So what we've got is it's a camera that does zone focusing. So you twist the focusing ring there, and interestingly, although the camera says quite clearly made in Germany, the focusing is in feet. So it must have been intended for the European, well, British or maybe American market. Excuse the coughing, but we've just had to remove the rug in this place because our lovely dog Basil weed on it, and the wee, when it soaks into the carpet, turns into ammonia, and the smell is horrible. So yes, simple focusing by scale. 3 feet is the minimum, if you can see that too clearly, and then all the way down to infinity. Shutter speeds are very limited. You only have 4, in fact. You have B, 25, 50 and 200. Now I haven't checked, but I suspect you might get intermediate speeds if you put it halfway around, but I'm not going to try that. So, and then you've got a depth of field scale there, which is, so when you focus the lens to, let's say, 10 feet and you adjust the aperture to f11, you're focusing at infinity. That's the way people always used to do it. There's a slight brassing on the on that focusing ring, but otherwise things looks okay. It's a coated lens, you can see by the purple colouring. Got the brand name on the front. There's a leatherette coating, 1 or 2 light marks, but nothing dramatic. And then you've got a shutter wind button there, so it's 1 stroke, spring loaded, and press the button. You could hear that. On the top of the camera there's a display for setting the ISO of the film you're using. Now again, this is a bit fiddly because there's a sort of lower ring which may or may not be easy to move, but it doesn't really matter because it doesn't affect anything. All it does is just yes, I think it will move, but I'll leave that for another time. As I said, everything's metal. There are no frame guidelines. You just look through the viewfinder and shoot. Shutter release on the top has a thread for a cable release, so when you're on that B setting you could do long exposures, which is handy. There's tripod socket underneath and a button for rewind. I have used this camera in the past, many years ago. when I took a field trip to the Pyrenees, and you've got the number on the back. Also you have the frame counter here, so you set this manually before you load your film. Now, can you hear there's a bit of a click, and it goes. So at the back there you have the red button to say that's 0. Now I think you set it up with the green to be your start. So I'm going to try and load that with this, which is an out-of-date roll of Kodak T-Max 400 black and white negative film, high contrast, and it's dated 8/2016. Now